Hey there, YouTube scooter fans, Suzuki Burgman aficionados, how are you? I have a pioneering project. I'm trying to shoot the first video documenting a dark-sided early Burgman. This is an 06 Burgman 400, otherwise known as an AN400 K6. K means like 2006. The early Burgmans did not have a lot of room to allow for variation of tire sizes, and what you see on the left is the scooter tire that I took off here. I had it on only 5,000 miles. You can see it's flat spotted pretty bad in the middle. Some would say bald. I see a little bit of tread prominent, but not much. I'm touring interstate from Texas. I'm in California now, so I'm 1,600 miles from home. I had two punctures on the way here. One was plugged internally with a plug patch on the left tire, and then the other one was sealed by slime. I don't even know how big the nail was because I never did find the nail after the slime did its trick. But it just has me kind of concerned. So I've been thinking about darksiding when I was back home, and I decided to take the plunge while I'm on the road here. I do not have a lot of choices in tires to fit the scooter here. I'll show you how little room you have to work with. There's basically well less than an inch between the tire and the case. Okay, I hope you can see that. I'm not clear if you can or not from my screen. Anyhow, your diameter on this tire, this is a Michelin. It's a European size. It's called a Michelin Compact. And it is, as you can see there, 145/60 R13. The load range is a 65T. What that translates to is 640 pounds of load at, I believe, 118 miles an hour. Not that the scooter can go that fast, but it gives you an idea of its ability to handle high speed and high temperature by extension. And that's the, Michelin calls it the Compact. It says made in the United Kingdom somewhere on here. There's the Michelin logo. The tire is real precise. I like how the scooter feels with this on here. I've had it on for 200 miles. The rubber should be nice and broken in now. Indeed, it's feeling very stable and secure on riding it. It is a directional tire, meaning it's asymmetric tread. So there is some difference in variation in the tread. In a perfect world, I'd have a symmetrical tire. And the reason I don't have one is that I wasn't sure. I didn't want to get a tire that would conflict. And as you can see in there, we don't conflict. But the truth is, the one that was symmetrical tread was about $70 on Amazon. They had two different brands. One was a summer tire like this one, where an open shoulder tread design. The one they had that was closed shoulder is a different size than this one. It's a 155/65/13. And frankly, I wasn't sure if it would fit. So I really didn't want to order that tire and then find out it would rub the case and I would be unable to use it because I have a fairly limited time here in California to get the scooter road ready to head back to Texas. So this tire is a very good choice. It's really behaving well. I'm amazed. And I'm blessed. This ride is so incredible. Darksiding is a known tendency among Gold Wing crowd, people who have loaded tours, Harleys, anybody who wants to try and run a motorcycle tire on the rear of their, I said that wrong, pardon me, a car tire on the back of their motorcycle. That's what's called darksiding. And if you look up on YouTube here, just darksiding a motorcycle, there's a zillion videos. You probably have to whittle it down by darksiding a Gold Wing, darksiding a Harley, darksiding a scooter. There's not many videos on it, on scooter darksiding, although there's quite a few threads and forums where guys admit, hey, I'm doing it. On the forums at burgmanusa.com, there's numerous guys who are darksiding their scooters. Let me get a little view here. So I heard from them first about the idea. I didn't know what anybody's talking about, but I read up on it. And after seeing how quickly my tire wore, I did have about 2,000 miles in this tire, maybe 2,500 before I left Texas for here. And just the high speed on the freeway didn't do the tread and the wear any favors. You can see there's the plug that I had to install right there. And that was installed, plug patch from the inside. See that there? That was expertly installed by Coyote Motorcycle Tires, Carl in El Cajon, California, a little over a week ago. I had put a patch in there. I mean, a plug. I did a emergency road plug kit, which worked pretty well. Got me 800 miles from Albuquerque to San Diego, El Cajon, and then I went ahead and went the extra mile and had him pull the tire off and put in the patch plug. But still, I even said to him, hey, Carl, I could pick up a nail tomorrow. He said, you could. You might want to put some slime in there just for an insurance policy. I did. I put half a bottle of slime in here, and the very next day when I arrived in near Hemet, California, I had a nail, something I picked up. There was slime dripping from the tire. And so, you know, there you have it. I think it's because the rubber's getting kind of thin in the middle here. So these motorcycle tires just wear quickly. And if you notice, too, right there is only about 2.5, not more than 3 inches, and you've got all this unused tread on the sides. So that's how motorcycle tires wear. The car tire is much more even. You have an entire contact patch, at least twice the surface area across the tire. So to me, that's a great thing, and I can feel it. When I take off, when I accelerate on the scooter, it hooks up so much more quickly. There's just absolute massive acceleration, kind of like you're being thrown forward. And the drivetrain even feels a little different because I think there was wheel slip with the motorcycle tire, the scooter tire, and there is now none with this car tire. So anyhow, I've only got 200 miles on it. It's starting to feel much more stable in the corners. I haven't done any hardcore cornering yet, to be honest, just because I figured I'd give it 200 miles. That's what everyone in the forums was saying. Dave J there was saying, hey, go easy first 200 miles. And I'm right about that point. So I've been going a little faster. And I took a 20-mile ride across Hemet Valley on the Domingoni Parkway today, and I was going 70 the whole time, and it felt fabulous. Matter of fact, it feels like I've installed an air ride in the scooter. So I don't know why that is, but basically, let me move around here. The scooter has a much softer feel without feeling wallowy. It's not like you've lost any suspension precision. It's almost like it's both more cushioned and more precise. So that's a good thing. And by the way, that's my Shinko front tire. That is the stock 110/90/13, and I'm just going to leave that on there. The Shinko tires are good tires. This is not a wrap on Shinko tires. It may be that I had the tire pressure a tad high in the rear. It also may be that going 70 to 75 miles an hour across hot interstates in Arizona is not the world's best plan for a 13-inch wheel scooter. I'm sure that's a big part of it. And my weight was I weigh about 210, scooter weighs 420, and I had about 150 pounds worth of gear. I had a moto dry bag sitting on the seat there, my camping gear underneath, and then a little trunk packed pretty full. So those are my conditions, and I will know more. This is just going to be an initial video, kind of a part 1, and I do have a thread on the Burgman forums called Beginning Darkside Research for an early AN400 scooter. So you could always, if you're seeing this video, you could always look up my thread there. And then if you want to ask comments back and forth, you can. Or if you have comments, please feel free to put them in the comments below this video on YouTube, and I'll do what I can to answer. There may be other people who answer as well. Frankly, I'm a beginning Darksider, and there's some videos of guys who've been doing it for years, many thousands of miles on many larger motorcycles, you know, touring bikes and so forth, Gold Wings, etc., that are all really thumbs up. And there doesn't appear to be too many downsides to this. It seems like the people that are degrading the concept or are thinking it's terrible have actually never tried it, which are kind of like doctrinaire motorcycle thinkers who think it couldn't possibly be a good idea. And all I can say is that really to critique something, you have to have done both, in my humble opinion. And us who have trying this, we've already tried the motorcycle tires and had some reason to not like. The main complaint I hear is quickly wearing out rear tires. Now, people who ride their motorcycles only once a weekend or 1 weekend a month as kind of a hobby thing, and they're only going to ride a few, 3,000 miles a year or less, which I'm told many motorcycles only get 1,000 miles a year. They don't care. Why would they care about a rear tire that wears out in 5,000 or 6,000 miles? Because to them, it won't be but an occasional tire change. But I'm planning on logging 10 to 20, 30,000 miles a year on this thing, God willing. And it's because it's totally enjoyable to ride, and I love the 60, 70 miles per gallon economy. And I'm currently single. I've been widowed a year and a half ago, and I have time. So why not? But that means I need a more durable rear tire, because I don't want to be throwing a rear tire in this thing all the time. By all accounts, the rear tires are supposed to last about 4 to 6 times longer. It kind of varies, and everyone's got a little different circumstance where there's so many different things with their motorcycles that not everyone's example is comparable. But the least I've heard is 4 times longer. The most I've heard is 6 or 7 times longer in terms of the durability of the car tire versus the motorcycle. And that's just such a huge margin. Not to mention the fact that it's a hassle. On this particular cycle, you need to pull off the big heavy muffler and the bracket, and it's quite a procedure. The wheel itself is only 3 lug nuts, but it's a lot of work to get that off there. So anyhow, I'm looking forward to the advantages, and I'll be willing to keep recording on this. I'll be completely transparent. I haven't seen anything yet I don't like about it. Probably the only thing, and this is my tire choice, because I erred on the side of one that would fit. I'm a little lower diameter. So this tire measures 19.9 inches in diameter, and the stock one was 20.2. So that equates to a slightly higher RPM. But I would say it's so much smoother in how the bike performs. It feels so much better. It's almost like the speed just kind of rolls on. Before, there used to be some sort of harmonic, and I think that's because the bias ply is what the scooter tire is, and the car tire, the Michelin car tire, is much more higher quality. It's a better material. Instead of being bias, it's radial, and it rolls with more precision, I guess is the way I'd say it. So there you have it. Please make any comments in the comments below. I'm trying to pioneer this. There was no videos on YouTube for Darksiding and early Burgman, or hardly any scooters. So I thought this would be an opportunity to put one out there. Okay, thank you all very much for your interest. Hope this helps some of you who want to do it. Those who don't want to do it, don't do it. This is only for people who need to. If you're content with your motorcycle tires, then good. As long as you keep them in good condition, I'm sure you'll have safe riding as well. All right, thanks everybody for watching. God bless. Take care. Ride safe. Bye.